Hello, I'm Novian Tan and welcome to iHomeschool PH YouTube podcast, where we'll talk about what really matters most in our homeschooling journey. If you are listening, thank you so much for choosing to listen to us. And if you are watching, I hope you are in your good time while you're watching with us. But for today's topic, I'm so excited because we are going to talk about the myths of online distance learning. Ano ba talaga to? With the pandemic that we have right now, it is really inevitable for us to be able to talk about it. 'Di ba? When you envision going to school, you picture the traditional classroom environment or even in homeschool. And in a traditional classroom, mayroong mga whiteboard, desk, pencil, notebooks. Ganun din naman ng homeschool, meron din ganun. That's how a classroom or sometimes a homeschool room can look like. And it's hard to really picture education in other way. But with the increasing online courses or platforms that we have, especially in this pandemic, we might be curious about our options. But the convenience and the flexibility of online learning is so appealing, di ba? But is it effective to us? Okay, in a degree? What are the benefits to us? And what do you think it will benefit our kids in a long term? Especially us, even adults, no? So let's talk about this. And I am so excited because I invited, okay, our dearest friends from Quipper and their online platform, but they will give us some big perspective on how to debunk this mindset or misconception of the online distance learning. Yes, let us welcome from Quipper, Myra Mercurio, Junji Iral, and Princess Malin Aquino. Hello! Good day to you guys. How are you?
Hi po.
Hi, Miss Novi. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good afternoon to you guys.
Yes. Thank you so much for being with us today. I it's really a privilege, no? And I do believe madami tayong madedebunk ng mga misconception about this online distance learning. So, for now, I just wanna ask, no, before we introduce Quipper on this end. Sabi nila, yung distance learning courses are simple and sometimes difficult. Is this true? Or
Okay.
siguro answerin muna natin, is it simple or so easy na hindi ka matcha-challenge to learn?
To begin with po, siguro we can define first what we mean by it is simple and what we mean by it is difficult. So when we say simple, one thing that we are able to um, um, one thing that we are able to check on the list is the kids think, or even the parents think, that if the kids are educated through online learning, passing a specific learning skill or competency in terms of the students enrolled in a regular setup is easy because they don't need to put an effort. And another would be in terms of difficulty, the students might think that it is difficult because, or the parents might think it's difficult because, one, because of the availability or inability of the parents to provide for a device, or it can also be that the students or the parents would think it's difficult because of the different learning styles. So there are students who would think it's difficult if they are the kind of students who is sociable, and if they are learning on their own, they might not be able to learn as much because they need to be with other people in a group, or they are they are students who are not capable in learning on their own. So maybe we can define those first.
Yeah, I agree with you, no, Myra. Kasi depending siguro on what they're gonna choose, the platform that they're gonna choose, no? If it's whatever, it's a case-to-case basis. You cannot say that it's everything is simple or everything is difficult. So if a parent chooses that kind of platform, it might be, but yun nga we have a choice to be able to choose what kind of platform, like specifically if it's Quipper or other platforms of online distance learning. Now, I do agree it's a case-to-case basis, but still, kaya nga kailangan pag-aralan natin, kailangan mag-research po tayo kung ano po yung makakabuti para sa ating mga anak. Now, sabi naman nila, no, that the quality of the outcome is less for an online student than for the one who have received the same instruction in a homeschooling setup. Is that true?
So kung Miss Nuvi, kung ang pag-uusapan po, if we talk about like the quality of outcome,
Mm-hmm.
the good thing pa rin po is actually the main thing po that we are thinking, if we are kung titingnan po is the quality is sometimes kaya po nila nafe-feel na yung quality is less, it's just because it's a different platform or it's a different process. Ang kagandahan po, kasi this time, what's good if it's being or if the technology is being used is this time we can actually customize it according to how we want or how we want to teach our child. Na
Mm-hmm.
ang kagandahan po is in the past, if you will remember, their impression, if they are using maybe technology or any gadgets, is akala nila laro ka agad. But this time, we are actually putting all their interest doon sa technology and at the same time, merging it with the academic needs. Yung mga kailangan po nilang pag-aralan academically, we put them together with their interest, which is, ito na, yung online platform. And this time, it's gonna be more effective. So yun po yung actually pinaka main goal din po ni Quipper. And which is actually something parang ano po obviously alam po ng mga parents natin na talagang minsan hindi na natin mapigilan yung mga bata with their devices. But this time around, a lot of parang customization na pwede natin gawin because it's already technology, unlike we are not saying the printed is not effective. Pero it's gonna be better kasi this time kasi dati yung pagka-print hindi na po natin mabago. But this time yung online materials, it's actually something na you can parang tweak a little bit, lalo na depende, there are learning preference po ng mga estudyante na talagang gusto nila ay nakikinig or gusto po nila ay something they can see. And it's gonna be more interesting for them. So hindi po, we are not saying na yung quality is not there anymore. Kasi nandun pa rin. It's a different platform and they just feel na it was changed. So it's
Yeah.
still technically embracing the change talaga. Ayun
Oo
po.
nga Actually, totoo yun. Kasi tayo mga Pilipino, very traditional. But although we are a gadget country, di ba, ang hilig natin mag-text,
Opo.
nasa top ata tayo sa buong mundo ng text, ng mga, siyempre madami tayong OFW, so we do mga face video chat. But then again, sometimes traditionally, especially in education, meron tayong ganong mindset. But then again, I also believe that we need to have an open mind, no? It doesn't mean that if it's the instruction, it's coming from online or from the gadget, or it's going to be traditionally, it doesn't mean the quality will be less. I think bottom line is the parent who will execute it, no matter what platform or material you're gonna use. It's the parent, di ba? It's the parent pa rin ang relay the same atmosphere of how will a child be able to match that kind of educational platform.
Yeah, I wanted to add as well on what we were discussing on the quality outcome. Maybe we can also, because what I understand with the current situation, there are also parents who are worried, especially for the parents who are whose kids are enrolled in the traditional
Mhm.
setup, wala kasi tayong, we won't worry so much about the kids who are already homeschooled, because the parents of the homeschooled kids, sanay na po sila that sila yung nagpa-facilitate ng education ng kids nila. But for the parents um, who enrolled their kids sa mga regular classroom, sila yung medyo agitated, worried, and all those because wala silang training. In Quipper po, whether the parent is a parent who enrolled their child sa independent homeschool, like yung sa setup po natin sa iHomeschool, or the parent enrolled their child doon sa regular school, we actually included our partner parents sa mga programs that we've conducted in Pepper, so
Mhm.
that we are able to equip them in facilitating learning with the current situation, kasi online na po lahat. So
Mhm.
these parents naman, kahit naman naka-homeschool sila, they are not familiar with the platform of Quipper. So that's why we also equip them in navigating the platform, understanding the content. And for the parents who are um, naka-enroll doon sa regular schools, yung mga kids nila, they are also being equipped, because this is the very first time that they are, uh, um, or at least the previous school year is the very first time that sila yung talagang hands-on teachers na mga kids po nila.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that because online na tayo, mababa yung quality, because may sinusundan pa rin naman po tayo na competencies. Say according to the DepEd competencies, the teachers are, or the parents are being educated kung paano natin ma-achieve yung learning outcome for the students. Yun
Yeah,
po.
so talagang depende talaga sa platform na napipiliin nila. Saka importante yung support group. I mean, that's what I love with Quipper as well. And later we're gonna tell the details of how it is executed. But then again, ito importante lang tong meet na to, na sinasabi nila, no, V, pa mag-online distance learning, you don't know if the person is doing the work talaga. Baka iba naman maka-receive ng credit. Baka ang nanay talaga ang nagte-test, hindi naman talaga yung bata. Yun yung parang danger daw. O, di ba? Is it dangerous? Kasi nga, paano mo malalaman? Kasi hindi naman nakikita ng platform na, whether Quipper or not, di ba? What do you think of that?
Yes po. Well, actually, it is one of the struggles din po talaga in online classes. It is actually called the academic misconduct, academic dishonesty. The cheating, the yung gumagawa na ng mismong activity is hindi na si student, ayun po. So medyo mahirap talaga siyang i-control, especially ngayon po na hindi natin natututukan o hindi natututukan nung teacher yung mismong student. Hindi niya nakikita personally kung paano niya ginagawa yung mga assignments, yung mga assessments. But with a platform like Quipper, we have actually features that could lesson or para po maiwasan yung mga ganong activities. So in assessments, so we can add timer for the examination para bawat item meron siyang time. So less time kay student para gumawa pa ng iba pang activity or mag-copy paste, for example, or search sa search engine yung mga sagot po.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Saka syempre naman, no, homeschoolers dapat integrity yun. Kahit di naman sa homeschool, di naman nakikita rin, di ba? Di ba? It's really between the parent and the child. I mean, within the family. They should know that transparency talaga, and doon papasok yung character, di ba? Ng tao. Syempre, hindi naman gusto ng parent na graduate na, o ikaw, iba yung magte-test, o di ba? Tapos yun yung grade mo. Definitely, parang mahirap naman matulog ng gano'n kung ikaw naman yung gagawa. But then again, siguro, yun yung, it can be a way, it's a danger, but then again, it goes boiled down depending on the one who's going to execute, whether it's the parent or the child as well. Saka, ang parent, alam niya kung ano yung makakabuti, di ba? Okay. Myra, you want to add on that?
Yes po. Sa current curriculum with the MELC, to my understanding po,
Ano yung
medyo
MELC?
yung
Can you, so that people will know what is that?
most essential, yes po, most essential learning curriculum for the
Yan.
students who are enrolled in the regular school. So, in the past, mayroon pong ranking ang mga students to identify the achievement of each child. However, since nga nag-online learning, based on the curriculum, it's better na hindi tayo mag-anchor yung learning outcome ng mga students should not be anchored doon sa kung ano yung na-achieve nila in terms of grading, but more on what was developed in terms of character, katulad po ng sinabi ninyo. With the current setup po kasi, sa homeschool, I believe po you are using different approach katulad nung Charlotte Mason, which is based on character development and integrity. Sa mga regular schools, they are most academically focused talaga. But then now, we are also focusing on making sure that hindi lang academic ang focus natin. That's why the parents are also encouraged to teach the students to integrate yung mga household chores, even for the content ni Quipper, say for example, sa science ni Quipper, as a science subject ni Quipper, we have two types of laboratory classes. So meron tayong in-school laboratory and home-based laboratory. So that would mean hindi mag-miss out yung kid doon sa learning outcome na expected of the child doon sa, say for example, sa grade level niya. Because even at home, this student will still be able to do the laboratory using the materials that's in the household. So, ganun po siya customizable and ka-holistic yung ating platform.
Okay, that's good news. Thank you for telling that, Myra. But then again, sinasabi nga nila, okay, na-debunk na natin. Paano naman yung mga nagtuturo daw sa online remote distance learning? Hindi sila mga, totoong professors daw. Is that true? Or pinractice lang daw yun habang nilalagay sa platform? Is that true? Professors who teach online are not real professors. Kumbaga, wala silang, syempre, pag nagtuturo ka as a teacher, wala daw yun, parang tinapos or something, scripted, something like that. Is that true?
Well, actually po, Miss Nove, ang mga schools po, ang nire-require nila, one of the requirements po nila in hiring teachers or professors is dapat they have TCP units or the teacher certification program po. So kahit na sila ay graduate ng ibang course, for example, ako po ay dating teacher. So graduate po ako ng Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in Digital Forensic. Tapos nagturo po ako ng 4 na taon sa senior high school. So bago po ako nagturo, pinag-take po muna ako ng PCP units. So by that, nagkaroon po ako ng knowledge in teaching, what are the methodologies that or strategies that I should use in teaching po sa senior high school.
So you mean, lahat na nagtuturo sa, like in your platform lang, syempre, you'll be able to speak that kasi yung iba hindi naman natin alam. So they have that unit na sinasabi mo. Yung, I'm I'm sorry, can you
Yes
just
po.
clarify that so that
The
what does it mean by that?
The TCP po, TCP units or the Teacher Certification Program. It is
Yun, yes.
an 18 units,
Yes.
18 units program.
Yes. So definitely, dahil nga ako, kasi I only know Quipper, definitely, all the things that you are teaching there is really aligned and accredited kung ano man yung learning competencies ng DepEd. Kung ano lang yung hinihingi nun, yun. So, that's really good. Thank you for telling that. Ayan ha, homeschoolers. Alam nyo na na credible ito mga batang ito, no, na nagtuturo. And that's the beauty naman din of nakakatuwa lang. Like for example, if you're a work at home mom, okay, I'm sorry for the ring. There's a ring there, but yeah. Pag ikaw ay, like for example, work at home, it's easier also to be able, kumbaga katulong mo yung magtuturo sa'yo eh. Like for example, one of the things I just want to be honest here, no, in our podcast, hirap ang mga homeschoolers magturo ng araling panlipunan sa Kapilipino. And I think this is the best tool for them to be able to use it. Sabi ko nga kay Myra, I think that was last year, na sana naabutan ko to, yung Quipper. Kaya yung mga anak ko nasa college na, so graduate na yon on that end. But I think it will be more easier sa kasi naka-program na siya sunod-sunod, di ba? Ang ganda. Thank you for debunking all of those misconceptions. That's why this is our opportunity. Ano ba talaga yung Quipper? Ano bang benefits nito? Ano tong kakaiba nito sa ibang tinatawag nating ibang online distance platform?
Yun po, just to add or just to share po, answer po yung question ninyo, Ms. Novi. The Quipper platform po is really aiming to help our students to learn better. Lalo po ngayon na naintindihan po namin actually yung part na binanggit ninyo kanina na may mga subjects na they are really hard to understand minsan. And it's very important for us to have this really good material for our students to parang acquire or for them to see, and it's aligned to their generation already. Kasi meron po tayong mga nagagamit na mga materials na sometimes not appropriate kung paano po nila dapat matutunan yung isang lesson. And in Quipper, we are actually providing materials that are actually created by our writers from Quipper din po, and they are actually developed in a way na mas maiintindihan po ng both actually kung sino man ang tutulong po sa ating mga facilitators po ng homeschoolers, ang ating mga mommy and daddy, just in case, and also those students po that also wants to study on their own. If mapapansin po ninyo, there are materials po in Quipper or in what we are providing. Materials are actually something na pwede po nilang gamitin for them to study on their own, self-study po. There are times po, or there are other materials po doon na makikita po ninyo that the competencies that they need to learn, maintindihan po nilang kaagad. There are some that has answer keys, tapos meron naman po na that's for them to be able to validate yung kailangan po na or tama ba yung nasa isip ko. And then there are topics po doon na pag sinagutan naman nila, they will be able to assess yung sarili po nila, and then our facilitators, mommy and daddy, can also double check because the materials po that we are providing are also having answer keys. So yun naman po ay hawak na ni mommy and daddy. So in Quipper po, we are actually providing materials that both sides po will benefit. So for a lot of subjects na magagamit po ninyo that are actually giving us strategies din kung paano natin pwedeng maituro ito if just in case that tayo mismo ang gusto nating mismo mag-explain sa ating mga anak. And you will actually see, even hindi po naman ito script, pero almost like the script na po. that we can actually use for us to be able to guide our son and daughters na nandun po sa mismong provided na materials po ni Quipper. Quipper po is very much particular kung paano po yung learning ng ating mga estudyante. And to further discuss po yan, we have, and kaya po kami magkakasama din for us to be able to share ano po yung mga iba pang mga benefits ng Quipper.
So please enlighten us. No, ano ba talaga ang Quipper? And how it's gonna be beneficial for the homeschoolers? Anong kakaiba nito sa ibang online platforms?
So for the there are you probably have mga viewers, Miss Novino, who are not yet familiar with an online platform. So some of the parents would think that a regular or an online platform means yung kung ano yung makikita nila through the regular website like Google or Wikipedia or yung mga other educational sites. The difference is that these are public resources, although we'll be able to learn through those through individual research and kung ano man yung mga gusto nating matutunan. However, those are not aligned with the required curriculum in education. So the difference is that for Quipper, we are, katulad nga na sinabi ni Sir Junji, it's ready-made content. The platform is already prepared for the use of individual use of the students from the homeschool and or the students who are enrolled in a regular class. So these are already aligned with the curriculum of DepEd. And so that means hindi na kailangan si parent kumuha pa ng iba-ibang resources para maturuan yung kid niya if they are enrolled or they are using the homeschool approach. Sa mga parents naman who enroll their child to a Quipper partner school, hindi na kailangan ni teacher mahirapan gumawa ng content because honestly, either the facilitator of learning is a teacher or a parent. Ang pinakamahirap po talagang part in educating a child is yung paghanap or paggawa ng content.
Yeah.
So that's why with Quipper, that's already provided and mas makaka-focus na si teacher. The teacher will enjoy doing or teaching, facilitating the class, injecting more activities that will lead to a better understanding of the subject, that will help the student enjoy din yung experience. Kasi po, it's difficult if nag-transition tayo sa online platform when most of us, even tayo in this Zoom meeting po ngayon, hindi naman po tayo na-educate online.
Yeah.
And so bilang teachers, bilang facilitator of learning, nararamdaman ng mga students if we are not prepared or if we are not if we are stressed with what we are doing. And
Totoo
so
yun, no? Yung
through
not
Quipper,
prepared, no? Rescuer
yes po.
Quipper for that.
Yes po. A lot of our partner schools, we are very happy with Quipper because we've provided them the content, not only the content, but we've provided them with the services, the trainings. Hindi po limited yung trainings ni Quipper doon sa content or navigation of the platform. We've even help our partner schools and even yung ating mga homeschoolers transition po talaga. So our program included parent orientation, student orientation. We've even included in our webinars yung mga mental health webinars, yung mga wellness, yung mga ganon po. So this is a holistic program that we are introducing to our homeschoolers and to the home to the school or to the teachers. Kasi uh, uh, our goal is to be able to really help the school industry in the Philippines move forward doon sa difficult situation natin. So, yung ating program po, hindi rin po siya one time lang. Itong previous school year, meron kami in-introduce na mga webinars and mga trainings that were, we could say, scraping off the situation lang. Say, for example, for mental illness, yung mga ganong, or mental health webinars. In the previous school year, we facilitated webinars for that concern, pero that was just us, yung mga support officers namin created the deck for that, the lecture for that, the lesson. Pero this coming school year, we will be inviting, we have actually partnered with experts po talaga to help out our mga partner schools to help them better in the transitioning. Kung baga, second year na po kasi tayo na yung ating mga students will be learning at home. So kailangan we'll go deeper also in supporting our partner schools and our parents para ma-equip pa sila better in facilitating learning for the students.
Okay. Thank you, Myra, for that. Junji, Princess, you're gonna add something?
Lahat po nung ine-explain ni Miss Myra kanina are actually something po na pwede naming maipakita ngayon. And if you are checking our screen, pinakamaganda po na gusto po naming i-share talaga in the platform is one example po niyan is if kung titingnan po ninyo, there are specific dedicated platform na pwede pong gamitin ng ating mga facilitators or ng ating mga mommy and daddy. Kung sino po ang mag-guide sa mga bata and kung sino po ang gagamit as a learner. So, ang naipapakita ko po right now is actually a specific portal where our students should log in. Alam niyo pong pinakamaganda. The time po na we are actually thinking of parang learning, ang una po natin iniisip, where is that place? Saan ako dapat mag-aral? Physically, meron tayong tinatawag na, meron tayong physically na dapat tinitingnan po natin. Dapat hindi ako distracted. So, if that physically that is physically importante, we think po na dapat virtually or in the internet, in the computer, there is also a specific dedicated place na hindi tayo distracted. That's why kapag nag-aaral po ang mga bata, they are having this specific platform na doon sila dapat mag-aral without something na nagpa-pop up sa gilid na hindi naman related sa pag-aaral. And if you will check po dito sa aming pinapakita sa screen, there are specific deadlines na pwede pong i-assign ng kung sino po yung kanilang magiging parang guide. And nakalagay po dyan yung deadline. And if there are times na they need to do parang do their task, tapos minsan makalimutan po nila kailan ko nga ba dapat ito matapos. If there are deadlines, it's also teaching them the same. So yung babalik po tayo dun sa kanina na ito ba ay parang naiba yung quality? Hindi pa rin kasi we are still teaching the discipline. Halimbawa, may date pa rin kung kailan siya dapat matapos. It's just a different platform. Kung titingnan po ninyo, if they will open, kung titingnan natin yung lesson, they are going to be guided ano yung dapat
Yeah,
pong
can we
unahin.
try that?
So, ayun po. And then, as you can see, meron pong mga sunod-sunod na dapat po nilang buksan. And it's going to guide them ano yung dapat nilang kailangang aralin. It's
So
clearly
summary
defined.
of what you should learn. That's good.
Opo. Yan. And then it's clearly discussed in here na ito yung points na dapat po nilang matandaan. After po nila yan aralin, syempre hindi na po natin ituturo ngayon kasi kapag magiging
Yeah,
ano na to,
yeah.
subject na itong ating discussion. Pero kung titingnan po ninyo, it's being checked by the system kung tinignan ba ng estudyante yung mismong page. Which is important
Good, good.
kapag ang ating mga mommy and daddy is curious kung halimbawa binuksan mo ba o dumiretso ka na lang ng
Oh,
pagsasagot ng
galing, galing.
activity. And sa pinakababa po, dun po lalabas. Siyempre, it's assessment or checking. O sige, after mong mag-aral, what did you learn? And this time, kapag sila po ay nagsagot, halimbawang nagkamali, it's going to give them explanation or guide. Teka, bakit ako nagkamali? What's the reason? So makikita po ninyo, mapapansin po ninyo sa iba pa, there are explanation na it's going to guide them na hindi po ito just click and then okay na yan, pwede na yan. Pag nasagutan po nila tong prepared questions po ni Quipper, which is ito po yung minsan kakaroon tayo ng hard time minsan na parang hindi natin kumbaga ma-master yung pagbibigay ng assessment sa kanila dahil in reality po minsan talaga mahirap masterin ng buong academic subjects, lalo na mga major subjects, di ba po?
Yeah. So this one is what you are showing to us is what grade level is this?
Grade ano po ito? Grade 4. So this is
wow.
grade 4 math. Yan.
Okay.
So halimbawa po, ayan, nakapagsagot na, tapusin po natin yung 1 to 10 na question. Ayan. You are seeing na ito po, pag may mga tama, mai-inform na kaagad yung mga bata kung hindi, kung mali po yung nasagutan nila. And then, ito po, pagka natapos ng sagutan, ito po, one last question. Yan, question number 10.
Yes, mga listeners, pinapakita po sa amin ni Sir Junji, no? Yung capabilities ng platform, no? Na makikita mo lahat ng questions which is check mark or an X mark. Okay? Kumbaga, meron talagang magandang accountability that a child and also a parent can be able to counter-check all of the things that they're gonna do inside the platform.
Alam niyo po ang number 1 na pinag-aalala minsan ng mga ating mga parents kapag minsan po mali yung naisagot nila and they are not being corrected right away. Minsan tumatagal po na akala ng mga bata, tama na yun habang tumatagal. What's good in Quipper po, dito pa lang na-assess na sila, they will be informed na, ay mali pala ako doon. So hindi yun ang tatatak po sa isip nila na yun yung tama in academically. Tapos, ito po, after po nilang matapos, they will be informed and then they can try again.
That's
Hindi
really
po, halimbawa,
good. I like the try again.
Ayun, syempre, try again.
Give permission to try. Ilang beses pwede mag-try, Junji?
Actually, until ma-perfect po nila, they can try again. Pero syempre, may option po ito na pwede nating ipadala sa ating mga anak na exam naman. Hindi na nila pwedeng ulitin. Pero it's still an option.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Sobrang flexible. Thank you for that. So si Quipper, grade 3 to grade 12 ba siya?
Si Quipper po is grade 4 to grade 12 po. And a lot of content, alam niyo po ang pinakamaganda, there are a lot of updates na talagang laging idinadagdag. Which is, I think po, evident din naman po yan ito sa printed, pero how long? Gaano katagal po? Minsan, it takes 3 years bago po maidagdag ulit sa libro if there are changes na halimbawa po ang pinakamahalaga. Ako po, pinaka na-take note ko po is current events. There are current events na talagang dapat included and it's being added right away if it's a digital content na
galing, no? Easy.
Opo.
That's good.
Very important po ito na or very proud po si Quipper that we are always adding content and you can actually expect more lalo po in the following months and years pa. Kasi we are hearing feedback din from our users na marami pa po silang syempre gusto rin
Suggestions.
suggestions. So very excited po kami na makasama din ng iba pa natin na gamitin na si Quipper. Ayun.
Okay, thank you, Junji. Paano naman to, Princess? Mag-a-add ba si Quipper? Mag-a-add ba siya ng sinasabi nga nila early education, no, Myra and Princess and Junji? Kaya ba you started grade 4 to grade 12? Kasi mas, kumbaga, initially, mas merong perspective yung bata na kung paano gamitin yung computer. But do you have a future plan that you will do it eventually, kinder to grade 3?
Well, actually po, Miss Nove, Quipper is a Japanese edtech. So,
Japanese,
naka-align
yes. Take note of
align
that,
siya,
homeschoolers.
yes po. Naka-align siya sa Japanese educational style, which is yung sa primary, which is yung kinder to grade 3, is values po yung itinuturo sa bata. So, discipline and values. So that's why sa ngayon wala po si Quipper ng contents for kinder to grade 3. But we are actually on the process of preparing the contents for this grade levels po this year. So
Wow, this year.
next year po, ma-release na po namin yung contents for kinder to grade 3 po.
Wow, I wanna see that. I'm sure yung mga teachers kailangan animated kasi maliliit yung mga bata, ano? It's gonna be, wow, it's really cool. That's really cool.
Yes po.
Yes.
And also to add to that, kaya po we actually started conceptualizing the contents for the for kinder to grade 3 since last year pa po. But then madali naman gaya nga ni Sir Junji na madali mag-update ng content since digital platform naman kami. However, with Quipper po kasi, we want to make sure that we are able to maintain the standards and the good quality of the service that we are providing our partners. So that's why last year we already started our research kasi it's going to be a very different approach yung i-introduce na content natin for those levels from the one that we already have for the grades 4 to grade 12. So we conducted our research last year. Tapos na po tayo dun sa phase na yon. This school year, we will be conducting the conceptualization of the content. So napakita na po sa amin yung mock of the content that we are going to introduce to the partners. But of course, marami pang loose ends and marami pang movable object to that. But we are very excited with what we are with what was already shown to us. And we are also very excited na ma-introduce na po siya sa mga partner schools natin. Some of
Yes.
our partners, we're part of the research and the conceptualization phase because we wanted to make sure na yung gagawin is relatable talaga to the actual classroom, to the actual online classes. So, ganun.
Yes. Thank you so much, Myra, Junji, and Princess. Grabe, dami ko natutunan. Mga homeschoolers, ang Quipper po, if you're gonna encapsulate it in a nutshell po, ito ay like textbook in digital form. You don't have to get any more, a thick textbook and bring it at home, okay? Kung saan pa dumadaan yan. Bago mo pag-aralan, ito po ay nasa computer na po lahat. And then they are, correct me if I'm wrong, no? They are accredited with K-12 and ito po ay available as in grade 4 to grade 12. And by next year, hopefully, meron na po silang kinder to grade 3. So mga mommies, alam ko po yung pinagdaanan nyo kasi nadaanan ko yan. 15 years of homeschooling, it's really hard. And it's easier for me as a working mom, I'm a working mom, and it's easier for me to be able to, kung kailangan ko ng rescue, I think this is a very good rescue for if I wasn't able to plan for that whole week because may nagkasakit, may mga changes na nangyari, lumipat ng bahay. Quipper is a very good rescuer for your curriculum, okay? In terms of not only in Araling Pilipino and Filipino, but they're so updated with what's happening with the now. Thank you so much for that. And the good news as well, iHomeschool PH is partnering with Quipper. And if you are interested to enroll, just email ihomeschool.novi@gmail.com dahil po magugulat kayo kung magkano to. Kung iisipin nyo po bibili kayo ng textbook na kadami-dami na different subjects po. Okay, I think that will range like 20,000, no? 20,000 or mga 15,000 per subject, mga 7 to 8 subjects. Magugulat po kayo sa presyo ng Quipper pero hindi ko pwedeng banggitin dito because it's going to be good news. If you enroll under iHomeschool PH, there's gonna be a very, very good discount. And it's not gonna be 20,000. It's going to be less, less, and less. So, maraming pong salamat, Princess Junji and Myra. Is there any last words that you want to say to us?
Yan. So, for me, we are excited na marami pa tayong mga parents na makasama po in this new setup, the new materials, very powerful na mga materials, makasama po namin kayo. And we are not gonna stop na tulungan po ang magkaroon pa ng mas magandang learning experience ang ating mga anak. So, yun. Thank you very much po sa pakikinig. Salamat po.
Thank you, Junji.
And so for me naman po, looking forward to support our future partners po. As a support officer po ng Quipper, I'm really willing to help everyone po in navigating this platform po.
Yes, importante sa homeschoolers ang support group. And thank you so much, no? Thank you so much dahil madaming workshop na binibigay din na libre ang Quipper para equip ang mga parents. Thank you. Myra?
Yes po. Thank you once again, Miss Novi, for inviting me. This is the second time I guested in your show. Nasasanay na po ako, Miss Novi. In the past, parang
Ang galing mo na nga eh. Oh.
This time around, I'm really enjoying this conversation that we are having with you. Thank you for always giving Quipper the opportunity to talk to your audience. And thank you for partnering with Quipper for trusting our services. We are on our second year already, and we are hoping that we will continue with our partnership. And we'd really love to hear from our partners from iHomeschool kung ano yung mga feedback nila, because si Quipper is really willing to adjust to the needs of our clients so that we'll be able to build a better relationship. Hindi lang doon sa school year that we are partners, but of course, because as providers of or part of the education industry, we want to make sure that we are contributing dun sa parents and dun sa mga students, hindi lang for now, but of course, at least for their lifetime. And it's a great opportunity to be able to do that. Thank you so much.
Yes. And on that point, let us listen to the proofs of what is Myra is saying. Because last year, iHomeschool PH started with Quipper. You know, in iHomeschool PH, alam niyo po na hindi bihira po ako mag-recommend. And I do believe this is a good platform and it's gonna be more helpful for us parents to have this platform as well. And I'm telling you, you know, mahilig ako sa mura. So hindi po kaya gagastos ng napakalaking amount for this one. And I just want to be frank as well. Thank you so much for just the support, Myra, Junji, and Princess, and looking forward to really talk to you guys and see you all with all the workshops. Maraming salamat po. Lagi lang po nating tatandaan, okay? In homeschooling, relationship is more important than academics. Ako po si Novi Antan, your homeschool coach, and I homeschool. Thank you so much.